Good morning, students of class 10. You are welcome back to the e-classes now. Let us continue our lesson in democratic politics. We are on chapter 6. The title of the chapter is Why Do We Need Political Parties? So now here, altogether there are 6-7 points. Then we'll talk about the function of a political party. Now, why do we need political parties? Before learning about the need for political parties, we must know what a political party is. Let's see, a political party is a group of people having same ideas, having same policies, hopes, aspirations. A political party is a group of people who come together, they group together, who come together to contest elections. They will elect one of the leader, one of the candidate. They contest elections and hold power in the government. That's called a political party. Having the same ideas, having the same policies, interest, and they contest election and hold power in the government. So now here, number 2, we need political party. Now why do we need political party? Now here, there are the title of the chapter is why do we need political parties. Now here, we need political parties because it is in the main feature, because it is the main feature of a democratic country. First of all, in any democratic country, there are various political parties. We have already learned in class 9 that more the political parties, it is better for the democracy. Having political party is one of the main feature of a democratic country. First point. So, because it is the main feature of a democratic country. So, party agree on some policies. The party members, various political parties, they have their own policies and they agree on the same policies and programs for the society. All the political parties need to work for the welfare of the people. But they have various ideas and various programs and policies with a view to promote the collective good. Collective good means for the welfare of the society. Each party, political party, has got their own programs that will benefit, so that once they come to power, they will implement and the people will get benefit from it. For the welfare, they work for the welfare of the people. Here number 3, parties try to persuade. Persuade, this is a new word for you. Persuade means make people understand. They explain their policies during their campaigning. They explain the people what their policies are, what they are going to do, how they will work for the betterment of the people once they come to power. In this way, they put forward various policies and programs in front of the people during campaigning before elections, so that the people can choose whose parties are whichever party has the best policies, they will vote for them. So now parties try to persuade people. Persuade means to make people understand why their policies are better than others. So there are a number of political parties. They try to persuade the people that their policies are better than the other political parties, their policies. This will provide option to the people. So we can see that more the parties in a democratic country, the better it is, because it will provide option to choose from. So this will provide option to the people to choose from that rule the country. So whichever party has got the best policies, people will vote for them and they will form the government. They will win the election and form majority and win the elections. After forming the majority, they will rule the country and they will work for the benefit of the people. So in this way, Parties try to implement these policies. Once they win the elections, they try to implement those policies which they have promised. Programs these policies by winning popular support through elections. If the people are satisfied with their policies, the people will elect their leader and they will win the elections. After winning the elections, they will try to implement those policies. Therefore, parties reflect fundamental political divisions. So the parties reflect basic fundamental division. So in one way it will promote progress and democracy. On the other hand, it will divide the society as well. In a locality there are various people having various ideas, and some people they will vote for other people, other party, and other people they will vote for other people. There is a kind of division in the society. So therefore parties reflect fundamental political division in a society. So in a society there are various people who support various political parties. There is a fundamental political division. They are a part of the society, but the people are part of the society. Only thing, they have various ideas and they are various supporter of various political parties. They are a part of the society and thus involve partisanship. Partisanship means the society is divided. The people they support various political parties. So in this way the political parties divide the society also. Number 6, thus means in this way a party is known by which part it stands for. A party is known by its policies and which part it stands for of the society. Policies, which policies it supports. Various political parties, we have already learned that various political parties have various programs and policies and people support them. So policies it supports and whose interest it upholds. Whose interest? Whose means the people. The people who supported them, they will try to work for those people who supported them for the betterment or the benefit of the people. A political party has 3 components. Component means parts. Political party has got 3 components. First, leaders, active members, and the followers. The people are the followers, and they have, political party have active members. They will go from village to village and persuade the people, explain their policies, try to get as much support as possible from the people. These are active members. And the leader. Leader means the elected person, the leader who is going to get elected. So a political party has 3 components: a leader, active member, and the followers. Now in our next class we'll talk about the function of a political party. What are the functions of a political party? What they do? Having a political party is not sufficient. They need to work for the people. What they do for the people? What are their functions? We'll talk about that. It's quite long. Now here there are altogether 7 points we have talked about. Let me read out once again. A political party is a group of people. If anyone asks you what is called a political party, you need to answer this. A political party is a group of people who come together having same interests and same policies, same hopes, aspirations, who come together to contest elections and hold power in the government. They wanted to have their party's government, or they wanted their party to rule the government or the country. Number 2, we need political parties because, suppose if anyone asks you, why do we need political parties? The title of the chapter itself is why do we need political parties. So here we need political parties because it is the main feature of the democratic country. First of all, it is the main feature, the quality of a democratic country, and party agree on some policies. They have various policies. They agree on the policies and programs for the society. They have to ultimately work for the society. In our country, we have number of political parties. What they do? They work for the people, for the welfare and benefit of the people. So they have various programs for the society with a view to promote collective good. Collective good means welfare of the society. They have to work for the collective good, for everybody's progress. Parties try to persuade means explain people why their policies are better than others. We have already learned that various political parties, they have various policies, programs, and this will provide option to the people. So this is the second characteristics of a democratic country. Political parties provide option so that people can choose. So they will provide option to the people to choose from. That will rule the country. That party will rule the country. So the people will choose and they will rule the country. Number 4, parties try to implement these policies by winning popular support through elections. So if people like their policies, if the people thought that their policies are the best, eventually people will support and they will rule the country and they will implement those policies. Therefore, parties reflect fundamental political division. So parties reflect fundamental division means, in a sense, parties divide the society. They divide the society, as well as in a country there are various political parties. They need to work together during the time of crisis. So political parties, it is the reflection of fundamental political division in a society. They are part of the society. All political parties are part of the whole society and thus involve partisanship. So partisanship means India is a big community. Only thing, it is divided in various political parties, according to various political parties having different programs and hopes and programs and policies. Thus, a party is known by which part it stands for, which policies it supports, and whose interests it upholds. So naturally they will support their members. If they come to power, they will support their members, they will work for the welfare of their members and as well as the society. So a political party has 3 components: leaders, active members and the followers. General people are the followers. They have active members. They will go from village to village and persuade the people, make them understand, try to explain them what they want to do, why they wanted to win the elections, what programs they have for the people. So these active members, they go from village to village and explain people. So, and the followers, the people are the followers. Now in our next class we'll talk about the function of the political parties. So what they do and what are their functions. So we'll talk about that in our next class. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attention as well as presence in the class. And we'll meet in the next class and talk about it.